Up to 1,800 metres for race number 6. It's a Class 3 contest. It's a good one as well, headed by Prawn Barber, who gets onto the all-weather for the first time over this trip. Thunderstomp takes the drop in class. Circuit Hassler, first time on the dirt. Little Dragon back into Class 3 company. Willie Way is an all-weather specialist. Hasn't quite hit his straps, though, so far this season. Roman Impero, runner-up last time out, trying to complete a hat-trick. Grandmaster also finished second. That's behind Shade of Thunder last time. And Let Us Win was a flying third on his all-weather debut. That was 2 starts back. So we've made our way to the touchscreen to have a look at this one, Brett. With Let Us Win from a wide gate. He has gone forward in the past, hasn't he? Potentially rolling to the lead again, but that big run, he actually came from off the pace.
He did, yes, but there's a good barrier there to be potentially utilised, so you would think Joe would probably take it. But I get the feeling he might hand up. Green Dispatch is a horse that generally sort of likes to roll, and I think he might even roll forward and end up taking over. There's a couple of others as well. King of Mongolia could, sort of persist as well as they sort of sweep through that first couple of 100 metres. So it's interesting. There's quite a few variables here, but whatever happens, Andrew, Let Us Win should get a lovely run, whether he leads or sits in. Prawn Barber, I thought his effort last start was terrific. Got 1 or 2 at the back who like to sort of roll late, so if they go really slow, they're going to have to get moving, Grandmaster and Willie Way.
Interesting race, this one, Paul. What have you got for us?
Oh, we've got some good pieces of track work, as per normal, there for you, Andrew. The first piece we'll have a look at is Thunderstomp. He's an interesting runner because he's coming on the surface for the first start. For his first start, you can see a couple of even sectionals for him. Is Thunderstomp. National Willer will take them out. Me choice horses on the dirt always you have a second look at. I like the way Little Dragon's going. This is a nice easy gallop from him. He hasn't raced on the all-weather this season, but he's a multiple winner on it. I wouldn't be surprised if you see some improvement from him. So I'll put him in the track work there. And the other one, Roman Impero, a horse who has won on the surface before as well. And Keith Young will take them out on this. And I think he can run all right, Roman Impero.
All right, OK. He's coming here in great heart. 2 wins and a second place to his name. What we'll start with, though, is Prawn Barber. So finishing 4th on this occasion. So he's had 1 start on the all-weather, but gets up to the 1,800 metres here for the first time. Yeah,
and I thought he ran good here behind Classic Emperor, who, of course, has probably got the best form line on the all-weather in the last couple of months, no doubt about that. Interesting that John Size is taking the hood off too, so maybe with that hood being removed, they want to give him a little push and shove and a yar out of the gates and try and have him a little closer from barrier number 2. That wouldn't surprise me at all. As we saw in the speed map, I think 3 back the fence was possibly the option. But I wouldn't be surprised if they try and sit a bit handier. But that was a good run, and he's the best in the race according to the ratings.
Yeah, I really like him in this race. I've got him in the numbers. I had to look twice. He's only won once. You know, and obviously it was that when Joe won 8, wasn't it? It was on that day, and he won so impressive. I thought he'd run more races. I must admit I'd have a double look at that.
He has had 4 seconds.
Yeah, 4 close seconds.
Very rarely far away. So.
Yeah, he always runs honestly. I think.
Yeah.
All right, well, he's our early favourite at this stage. Some nice horses in this race, including Circuit Hassler, making his dirt debut.
Circuit Hassler, Zach, he's having his first go on the dirt on Wednesday night. How do you think he'll handle it?
I think it'll suit him because he can over-race a little bit in his races. He gets on the bit and wants to overdo it on the dirt. They can quite often roll a little bit more genuinely. So hopefully that's the case and he can just get into a bit of a rhythm and come at them with 1 run. Obviously, the grade should be suitable for him. I think he should handle the surface well enough. And hopefully we can see the best of him because he's not an easy horse to ride.
He's been close at his last few starts this season without winning. Has it just been a case of him continuing to find one better, or is he genuine? What do you make of him?
No, I think he's ungenuine. I think he does a lot to get himself beat. So he, like I touched on, he needs a nice genuine and things to go right for him to be able to give us his best.
And just on yourself, to your own form this season, 53 winners for the season, 107 last season, but we're not even halfway through the season yet. Do you feel you're going better than this time last year?
I don't know where I was at this time last year, but things are going all right. Could always be going better, though.
Could you be a premiership threat to Joe?
There's a long way to go, a lot of water to go under the bridge. It doesn't help that I can't ride light. It's a big disadvantage. So it's not going to be easy, but we'll just see what happens. We'll take it 1 meeting at a time.
It's the only way to go. But that horse, Time Warp, will be back on the weekend in one of the two Group 1s. Looking forward to that. We'll move on to Circuit Hassler Ability, but we'll see how it plays out for him. Roman Impero, Let Us Win. This was the big run, and Willie Way too here. Yep,
you can make a case for all three of these horses. Roman Impero is racing well. He comes in with a lightweight. Let Us Win's drawn well. He found the line really strongly here. If he sits, he can probably do this again. And the other one there, Willie Way, well, he loves the surface. He eats it for breakfast.
He's unbeaten over the 1800. It's the first time he's got up to 1800 this season. He's been slightly disappointing, I thought, over the 1650. But up to the 1800, I'm going to give him another chance in an open race.
All right, OK. Grandmasters, another one who's come back in good hearts after some issues, but he might even hit the front here against Chater Thunder, but hopefully finish second. Yeah, he was declared Aurora a few starts ago. Blinkers come off him and the visor's going on. Alexi from barrier 9. Again, he raced pretty well. He liked the sloppy condition. And finished off nicely for second.
We saw the speed map potentially going back, but another one that could potentially roll forward too from that barrier with a light weight. But the blinkers have come off, so maybe the option might be to try and settle him. But he loves the surface. There's not many in this race you can take out of it, or Penn, I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah, I think it's a very open, competitive race. What do you go with, Paul?
Well, I'm going to go with Willie Way because he's had a few runs now. But he'll come into this race fit, and he is unbeaten over the course and distance. Little Dragon for the value, £7 off, and Dylan Moboard, first time on the all-weather this season. Prawn Barbar has been running nicely, and Let Us Win should get the best run. 7, 4, 1 and 12. I'll be playing exotics.
I've got three of the same numbers as Paul. I'm going to go with Let Us Win from the good barrier and the lightweight. I did like that effort on the dirt too back, and obviously went onto the turf last start. Prawn Barbar, his run behind Classic Emperor was terrific. Willie Way loves the surface, unbeaten over the distance, as Paul mentioned. I've had time for Goodhart's success of late. He's racing well. He just hasn't had the race fall the way he needs it, which is a lot of pace and to sort of cut them back late. But I'm going to stick with him as an exotic chance and stretch out my QQP to 1 extra.
There you go. I'm going to throw up another one at odds. Thunder Stomp, his first start on the all-weather Mechoy and at Nash Rawilla.